Some positive developments in the effort to return leased land on the West LA campus of the VA to help house vets. A federal report finds the lessees, UCLA, Brentwood School, and Safety Park, a parking company, are paying far less than market value. Rob Reynolds, a U.S. Army vet and veterans advocate, he joins me now to talk about this issue. And you've been in the trenches in the legal fight to get this land returned to the VA, returned to the vets, actually. When you see what that federal report said about how those lease payments were so undervalued compared to what the market value is, tell me how you felt when you saw actual numbers.
It's outrageous to think that, you know, between all of those leases, it's valued at over $48 million. In the VA's own report, they're saying they only received $1.7 million. And we also have to remember these leases aren't even supposed to be on the property to begin with. And the fact that they're there illegally and paying under market value rent, and just the thought that that money could have went to help house homeless veterans when we have nearly 3,000 on the street.
Yeah, meantime, when you talk to either Brentwood School or UCLA, they're quick to say, oh, we give in-kind donations. We make sure that the vets have access to the stadium or to the pool at Brentwood School. How much credence do you give to that argument?
I don't give much to it, and neither did Judge Carter. He shot those arguments down right away. The fact is that veterans weren't able to access those facilities, you know, all throughout the day, and the principal focus of Brentwood Schools is the students, and the principal focus for UCLA has been the baseball team. I
remember one time a veteran told me that he wanted to go to a UCLA game at Jackie Robinson's stadium, and he wanted to pay for a more expensive ticket, and they wouldn't even let him do that. So it's like, you can have the free ticket and sit where we want you to sit. So it just speaks to how little access the vets really had to these properties.
It does, and it also, we just learned on Veterans Day that UCLA has not paid rent in 14 months. They have not paid a dime in rent since Judge Carter ruled that their lease is illegal last year. The other leaseholders have continued to pay rent, and I think that it's just really outrageous to think that UCLA can remain on that property without paying rent when you have veterans living in those buildings that have severe disabilities or mental health issues that if they miss a couple months rent, they're evicted.
Right. All right. In fact, I want to take you straight to a response that we got from UCLA when we asked them about the fact that there were no payments and how they responded to the federal report. If we can bring that up. Over the years, UCLA has provided millions of dollars in services and benefits to our veterans at no cost. Unfortunately, as a result of the judge's ruling, UCLA was prohibited from accessing the property for a period of time. We are hopeful that all parties can come to a swift resolution to ensure our veterans, student athletes, and the university at large can realize the full benefits of this long-standing partnership. Millions of dollars?
I think if UCLA really wanted to defend their position, they would be here today, and they would be discussing this today. It's really hard to just take these statements at face value. I've gone through this for years, especially about these leases, that no one ever actually wants to come and talk about it. They'll issue a statement and say what they're doing, but it doesn't add up to the reality.
Right, but you said $320,000 in lease payments. Meantime, it's worth far more than that.
Yes.
And they claim, well, but we give back. We give back to the veteran community. And you say?
I say they don't. They do not give back what they should, and they're, you know, the VA's own report says they're paying under market value, and you now have 2 federal judges that have said that these leases are illegal. There was a previous lawsuit filed by the ACLU in 2011, and UCLA and Brentwood School's lease were deemed illegal. Now here we are again. Judge Carter in 2024 deems these leases illegal.
All right, Rob Reynolds, thank you. Thank you for your service on this day after Veterans Day.